Hey, everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of the Rocksmith live stream, except this is not live. My name is Dan Amrick. I'm the community developer, and if you saw last week's show, then you know that we are still under construction in the room that we're in right now. We are having our web studio overhauled, and it's going to be gorgeous and lovely when it's done. But to make sure that we don't miss anything, we are pre-recording the entire show this week, and that show is featuring the music of the Grateful Dead. Let me tell you, my sister was a Deadhead, and so I grew up around a lot of this music, and we have had a lot of people asking for this on Facebook, through our request app, all kinds of stuff. So hopefully we have found a handful of tracks that are going to make the Deadheads very happy. We have 5 in the pack this week. We're going to play 4 on this week's show, and we're going to actually show you the trailer now, and then we'll be back with the first one with both Travis and Jason right after this. Thanks for showing up.
Set out running, but I take my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. I ran down to the levee, but the devil caught me there. He took my $20 bill and it vanished in the air. Set out running, but I take my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Got 2 reasons why I cry away each lonely night. The first one's named Sweet Anne Marie, and she's my heart's delight.
Well, she comes skimming through rays of violet. She can wait in a drop of dew. She don't come and I don't follow. Waits backstage while I sing to you. But she can dance a Cajun rhythm, jump like a Willis in 4-wheel drive. She's the summer love in the spring, fall, and winter. She can make happy any man alive. Sugar Magnolia, ringing that bluebell. Caught up in sunlight, going out singing, all walking in the sunshine. Come on, honey, come along with me.
She's got everything delightful. She's got everything I need. A breeze in the pines in the summer night, moonlight, crazy in the sunlight. Plug in, up above, low, been thinking. You got to mellow slow. It takes time. You pick a place to go and just keep trucking on.
Sitting and staring out of the hotel window. Got a tip, they're gonna kick the door in again. I like to get some sleep before I travel. But if you got a warrant, I guess you're gonna come in.
Busted down on Bourbon Street. Set up like a bowling pin. Knocked down, it gets to wearing thin. They just won't let you be. Will you come with me? Won't you come with me? Oh, oh, what I want to know. Will you come with me? Goddamn, will I declare? Have you seen the light? Their walls are built of cannonballs. Their motto is don't tread on me. Come here, Uncle John's bed, playing to the tide. Come with me or go alone. He's come to take his children home. eyes, but still don't see. Come round the bend, you know it's the end. The fireman screams and the engine just bleeds.
That's what you got right there. We've got 5 songs. Like I said before, we're going to do 4 songs today. We're also going to do some giveaways from Ernie Ball. We've got some DLC to give away for this content as well. And, Travis is here. Travis Kindred is on bass. Our friend Jason Kokel is on guitar, on probably the most appropriate guitar to play 60s psychedelic jam rock. Kokel, you actually did 2 of the songs in this pack. And when I said, which one would you like to do, you said Sugar Magnolia over Truckin'. So we're not going to do Truckin' this week. I know. Honestly, there was no good way to whittle these 5 songs down to 4 because all 5 of them are Stone Cold classics and they're staples of the band. But Sugar Magnolia happens to be one of my favorite Dead tunes. So I was kind of happy when you said that. What are we in for?
So what we're in for, if you play the lead arrangement, is you are in for pedal steel guitar arranged for guitar.
Okay.
Which is, if you know anything about the mechanics of pedal steel, it doesn't really translate 100% one-to-one. In fact, I watched a whole bunch of pedal steel videos while I was transcribing this just for fun because I knew about the instrument, I knew what it did, but I really wanted to understand the mechanics of it. And you don't move a whole lot when you're playing pedal steel. A lot of the control of the pitches is done with the pedals, and you're sort of moving the slide wherever you want. I mean, you do move it occasionally, but a lot of times it's kind of just based off of what the pedals are doing. So needless to say, the lead guitar part's very hard, and I will not play it today.
Excellent.
So there you go. It's very difficult. It makes sense, but if you're reading it and you're playing it, you are shifting around way more than a pedal steel player does.
Okay.
Because well, first of all, a pedal steel has 10 strings, and so
know.
with the more strings means less movement, but also the way that the mechanics work.
Yeah, I found if you're thinking of like the technique for pedal steel, it's closer to harp than it is guitar.
Yes, absolutely.
Harpists do the same thing. Like they have a set number of strings, but the pedals are the things that change the pitch, and it's insane. Reading harp music is outrageous. I don't understand how it works.
I do. It's my favorite instrument to write for.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because of that, because the one pedal controls that note for all octaves. So if it's D, you go to D flat. They're all D flats, and then they're all D sharps, every single one. So it's neat. So the way you fix the pedals, you have 3 on one side and 4 on the other. The way you fix it, similar to how pedal steel goes, you press it down. All of those open E's are now,
E flats.
E flats or whatever, it operates in, it's very diatonic, the pedal steel works, but whereas, there is some chromaticism in there, but harp's very chromatic, where you can really set the tuning to some whacked out thing, and you're constantly changing pedals if the harp part is written by me or someone else.
Cool.
That's usually,
and like part of the technique of learning harp is you have to be able to learn how to hit all those pedals silently too, because you can't just be like slam, 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 slam.
Oh, it'll sound bad. Yeah. So anyway, needless to say, Harpsmith. That's what we're. But so anyway, that's the lead is pretty difficult. The rhythm is also difficult to play. That's what I'm going to play today. But I think that's going to be the one that if you're playing this song and you're playing along, it's going to sound the most familiar to you because. The rhythm part, I assume, was played by Jerry Garcia as well, but then he did all the pedal steel overdubs in the studio, and I could never find footage of him doing it live. So, it's there, but I think what represents the song a little more is the rhythm part, which is, again, still hard to play because we've notated all the little subtleties, all the nuances that just makes it difficult to sight read. But still sounds like the song.
You mentioned that, and yet I think a certain bassist is going to sight read this.
Oh, yeah?
Is that what you said? Didn't you say that you had never played this before and you're going to sight read it today?
Oh, no. I meant I had never played it like in my professional career. I've never played any Dead
I thought
tunes.
We are so used to people coming to the stream being like, let's see what happens.
No,
I was going to say, all right.
If you can sight read this, that would be amazing. It's as Jason was saying, all the little nuances. There's tons of little ghost notes and pickup notes everywhere, which you'll see very clearly and very apparently. I definitely had to practice this one.
All right. Well, then let's see how that practice paid off. Sugar Magnolia by the Grateful Dead one of 5 songs in the Grateful Dead song pack available this week in Rocksmith. And good luck. We're counting on both of you. After this, giveaway.
Shooting Magnolia, blossoms blooming, it's all that can I don't fear. So my baby down by the river, we should have to come up soon for there. Sweet blossom come on, under the willow, we can have high times if you look back. We can discover the wonders of nature, rolling the rushes down by the riverside. She's got everything delightful. She's got everything I need. Takes the wheel and knocks it down. Plays magic in a sweet. She comes skimming through rays of fire. She can wave and drop the She don't come and I don't follow. Waits backstage where I say dear. She can dance a Cajun rhythm, jump like a horse and go real fast. She's a summer love in the spring, fall, and winter. She can make it anything like. Sugar Magnolia, ringing that bell. Good and sunny, going out singing, I walk in the sunshine. Come on, honey, come along with me. She's got everything delightful. She's got everything I need. A breeze in the pines and the sun and I moonlight, crazy in the sunlight, yes indeed. Sometimes when the cuckoo's crying, when the moon is halfway down, sometimes when the night is dying, take me out and wander
It's just, wow.
sunshine daydreams.
So many notes.
Walking in the dark, going where the wind goes, blooming like a red rose, breathing more freely. When I'm singing, I walk in the morning sunshine,
It's been a long time since I heard it, so I totally forgot the fake ending.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like lots and lots of notes. Never stops, never lets up. Really good groove, really good bouncy kind
totally.
of rhythm. But you have to be paying attention the entire time. There's no
Yeah.
sleeping at all through any of this.
Nope.
Yeah. And one thing that's interesting, if I remember correctly, he plays the bass with a pick live, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
and Fish does this too because they're also kind of a jammy band. You know, you get that strumming thing in guitar where you're just sort of strumming and you hit the chords while your right hand is kind of doing whatever. That's just kind of on autopilot. They do that with the bass too, where the bass is kind of doing this rhythm strumming and then just sort of jumping around, and it's a very interesting, like very different way of playing because normally bass it's very like bum 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 bum, very direct.
Yes.
And this is more of a chicka 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 gung gung gung.
Yeah, not necessarily just keeping that basic rhythm, but dancing around it. An awful lot.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a rhythmic picking on bass, which I find sort of fascinating.
This has all, that's why there's all those fret hand mutes in
Exactly.
between, and it's definitely part of the part. But what you hear is just bump, ba-dum, whatever, but all those extra stuff is
it's what makes it.
Yeah, for sure. And it's what makes it hard.
Yeah.
It's what makes it hard.
Yeah.
You can do this. What's going to happen is when you try it, Obviously, Rocksmith is going to give you just as much information as it feels you can handle, and then as you get better, it'll give you a little bit more, and a little bit more. We call that dynamic difficulty, and that's how you get to do these really tricky songs over time. Give yourself the time. This is not easy material, and like they said, it's very detailed, lots of little fiddly bits, but those fiddly bits really make the song, and once you nail them, you'll feel great.
Yeah.
Thank you both so much.
You got it.
First
you.
giveaway is on deck now. It's the Ernie Ball prize pack. We have 2 of these to give away today. One of them is now. One of them will be a little bit later. So if you don't get what you need the first time, don't worry. You will still have an opportunity to win a second time. And that is everything that you see there is what you're going to get. If you win, we've got everything that's on the screen going to one person. So hopefully you like guitar straps. They're handy things. And we've got them in silver right now. Plus, the peg winder is going to make changing your strings a lot more efficient and easy. If you don't have one of these, you should. And if you do have one of these, you could probably have a spare in your guitar case because you're going to break strings every once in a while. You should also keep a spare set of strings, and we'll give you one of those. Regular slinkies, those are the 10 to 46s, really good do-everything kind of bass strings. Plus, the regular slinky bass strings as well, 50 to 105. Again, really good for playing all kinds of music and a really good sort of middle-of-the-road option that's popular for a reason. You also get everything in the second row down there. You get the rare Rocksmith picks. We had some printed up for our 1,000-song milestone recently, so we got 1,000 picks. As soon as they're gone forever. So hopefully you will win them and put them in a place of honor, or possibly just play guitar with them. Plus a dozen of Ernie Ball's picks, and of course the Wonder Wipe system, which I'm very fond, which is a really good guitar maintenance system. So all of that can be yours if you follow what UB Vertigo is putting down right now in our chat room. He will let you know how to enter that. And if you win, then follow his instructions as well. Hi, Brian Shu.
Hello, Dan.
Brian Shu is here from Super Soul Bros. You may recognize him from stage and internet. Okay, so I volunteered to do a bass line, thinking, how hard can it be? And then I started looking at it, and I went, oh, God. So
Yeah.
I've played this once, but I chose this because I thought it was sort of a nice mid-tempo. It's Uncle John's Band, which, again, is a song I enjoy. And then I started playing, and I'm like, okay, this is way harder than I thought. So this is going to be, I'm going to say it now, this is going to be terrible. I did 85%. If you wanted me to get more than 85% on bass, what kind of suggestions would you offer? Don't screw up, I know. Really, what do you want to say about this song before we jump in?
Yeah, for the bass part's definitely probably the hardest.
Oh, thanks.
Just because.
You mean I could have played rhythm guitar and been okay?
Yeah, the rhythm guitar is actually the easiest because that's kind of a
Damn it.
Hum and strum kind of thing, with just basic chords, open chords, patterns.
Is it too late to change?
I think just play for the bass part. It's for these kind of things because he's big kind of on improv. You know,
Yes.
he's always playing around the chord progression and not really
Staying
sticking
on the root, yeah.
Yeah, not always doing that. But if you get the hang of just kind of, where the chords are going, if you know where they're going, and kind of he plays a lot of these little pentatonic boxes and stuff. So basically, he's just doing that a lot of the times around the roots.
Yeah. And it was immensely satisfying the few times that I was able to sync up with it, and I saw that that's what he was doing, but I still don't have it really visualized of where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it definitely sounds... It's based on the core stuff, but he's playing all around it, so it sounds
Right.
much more lively than you might expect.
And it's tough because since he's improvising so much, beyond just the chord progression and those kind of shapes that he uses, there's not really much to latch onto unless you play through it like a bunch of times. So it's definitely, if you want to hit over 90 or get close to 100%, just play it a lot.
Great.
The lead part is just noodling pretty much. He's just like soloing throughout the whole song.
Okay.
So it's also kind of the same thing, except there's a lot more space in between each kind of little lick that he does, and it's like it's not too too bad. It looks intimidating because the song is kind of long and he's just playing whatever. But it's not too bad. One thing that kind of struck me about this band too is like I didn't realize how proggy they were. Like this tune has like some bars of 3, or I guess if you want to count it as 7, there's like some bars of 7.
Really?
And then there's like odd phrase lengths, so it's like, you know, they'll go on for like an extra 2 bars, or it's like the phrase ends in a weird place that you wouldn't expect it to end.
Okay.
And that's something that I didn't really know about them before I started like transcribing this, you know, because I was never really a big Grateful Dead fan, but after having to test a bunch of these tunes, I have like a lot of newfound appreciation for what they do.
Excellent.
Yeah. So.
All right, well, let's give it a shot. I kind of want to hurry up and crash and burn on Uncle John's Band by Grateful Dead, one of the 5 songs. And I hope I'm in tune. I think I'm in tune. We'll find out in a moment. I think this is in tune. But yeah, this is a 4-minute 55 song. So I'll have plenty of opportunities to do this wrong.
Well, the first days are the hardest days, don't you worry anymore. 'Cause when life looks like easy street, there is danger at your door. Think this through with me. Let me know your mind. Whoa, oh, what I want to know is, are you kind? It's a buck dancer's choice, my friend.
Nope.
Better take my advice. You know all the rules by now, and the fire from the ice. Will you come with me? Won't you come with me? Oh, oh, what I want to know. Will you come with me?
I really mean no disrespect.
Goddamn, will I declare? Have you seen the like? Their walls are built of cannonballs. Their motto is don't tread on me. Come here, Uncle John's band, playing to the tide. Come with me or go alone. He's come to take his children home. Same story the crow told me, it's the only one you know. Like the morning sun you come, and like the wind you go. Ain't no time to hate, barely time to wait. Whoa, oh, what I want to know, where does the time go?
Those little time signatures, that's what's screwing me up.
Yeah.
I got me a violin and I beg you call the tune. Anybody's choice. I can hear your voice. Whoa, oh, what I want to know. How does the song go? Here, Uncle John's band by the riverside. Got some
Anybody else in the room is welcome to just come over and take this out of my hands. It's it's one of those I would like to learn how to play correctly.
Come on along and go alone. He's come to take his children home.
Me too. I kind of locked in with it for a brief period there. And it was very fun.
I love that riff in 7.
The rising tide. Come hear Uncle John's band playing to the tide. Come on along and go alone. He's come to take his children home.
That was the finish line. The two open strings is the finish line. So I did better than 85%. I mean, there was one place where I just went, oh, forget it, and needed a couple of measures. But yeah, hey, all right, I'll take 88. 88 is actually really good for my second time through. And top-notch performance, it said. So I'll take that, too.
Good stuff.
Yeah, really fun. I mean, it's fun. It's like trickier than I wanted it to be for what I was doing. And definitely glad I had the pick. I know some people prefer to play without. Phil Esch does play with the pick or did play with the pick on this. So I was like, yes, please. I'll take anything I can get. I think that could be played with fingers just as easily, honestly. Definitely. But I think it's a personal preference thing. So it can go both ways. If you know, we always say if it says fingered but you prefer to play with a pick, that's fine. Play it your way. Same thing backwards. If it's played with a pick and you prefer to play with your fingers, like say Travis, who is morally opposed to using a pick on a bass guitar, that's absolutely fine. You do it your way. Wow, that was good. Anything else?
No.
No?
It's pretty straightforward.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, then we're going to take a very short break. We've got a video that I believe is going to tell you about session mode. As you know, Grateful Dead, sometimes known for their wild improvisations, maybe playing the same song for half an hour, and just jamming with their friends when they find a groove that they like. Well, you can do that too. You can build a band in Rocksmith that you like, that you want to play with, and then play it your way. Session mode is sometimes a little confusing, though, so maybe this will help explain some of it. If you're not using session mode, dig in, especially if you're a fan of jam bands like Grateful Dead. You might find a lot of value in this feature. So take a look at session mode. We'll do a giveaway right now for the Grateful Dead Steam codes. If you have Steam, which is the PC or Mac versions of Rocksmith, we've got 5 codes to give away right now. And when we come back, we'll do Casey Jones, I believe. So be right here when we get back. Please do.
In session mode, you're in control of your own reactive band. This isn't like a static backing track or a metronome or a drum loop or anything. These are AI musicians that are actually listening to what you're playing, and that musician has a bag of tricks. They have their riffs and their ideas that they want to offer to the jam session. So this is session mode, and right now I've hooked up a drummer, an AI musician that's just been waiting for me to play with him. So when I start playing, the drummer starts playing with me. If I play really quiet and subdued, the drummer's also going to play really chill along with me. But if I start playing harder and ramping up the intensity, the drummer is going to follow me. But we wanted to do more than just playing along with the drummer, so we went further, and we actually made a whole band of AI musicians to play along with. So you'll notice at the bottom of the screen is the Rocksmith interface, and right there in the center is the scale. What session mode is telling you is, play any of those notes and it's going to sound good with the band. We have over 75 instruments for you to choose from. We have tons of different drums, different basses, guitars, keyboards, a bunch of synthesizers. You can affect the volume and the pan of each of the AI musicians. You can affect the tempo. You can change anything about your virtual jam session. Session mode actually has a lesson plan built into it, and that's the mission system. First mission, all you have to do is just play with your drummer. Later missions, add a couple more instruments, speeding you up all the way to be able to actually improvise and start creating on your own. Session mode isn't just for guitar. It also works with bass, even works in multiplayer, so you can have your friend come over, you can play bass, he can play guitar, you guys can play along with a virtual band. So we're really excited about what we've done, and we're very proud to continue to push forward new ways to learn and create.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. That was our friend Nick Bernardi telling you all about session mode. So hopefully that makes more sense. We've got some more stuff on YouTube. If you'd like to check out our YouTube channel, it's youtube.com/RocksmithGame. Yeah,
right.
pretty sure it's Rocksmith
Yeah.
Game. And Nick actually does like a 15-minute walkthrough of what session mode offers. He does a really deep dive and takes you through step by step. So if you're interested, or just go and play around with it yourself, you'd be amazed what you find out. My name is Dan Emmerich. I'm your community developer on behalf of Rocksmith. I am joined by Brian Pody and Sam Schwartz. You recognize them because they're two of the world famous note trackers that we keep here in a pen at Ubisoft Studio San Francisco. This week, our DLC for Rocksmith Remastered is The Grateful Dead.
That's right.
And we have 5 songs this week. We're going to play 4. We've done 2. And you just missed our Steam Code giveaway, or perhaps the Steam Code giveaway is just getting going to its final conclusion here. Just so you know, we would normally be live streaming at this point, but this week we are pre-recorded because our stream room, the beautiful place where we bring this show to you, with the green screen and everything, is going away. We've actually, CC Smith has put together a fantastic plan, which she then fought to get approved, which is great, where we're completely overhauling this room so that it can be a dedicated web studio. So when we come back to live shows, it's going to look very, very pretty. And obviously, to give the contractors and the workers time to beautify the space and rebuild it, we needed to do a little buffer. So we are recording this just as live as we would have if it were really a normal live Thursday.
Yeah.
And so all of the mistakes and all of the "where is everybody" that we normally do for a stream is so you're getting it live on tape, basically.
It's authentic.
It is extremely authentic.
It's the most authentic way to watch a pre-recorded stream.
Also, none of us like to edit, so there's that. If we just hit record and go, what are you going to do? It's free, right?
Yep.
Hey, this song is called Casey Jones, and I'm not going to reveal the name of the person who asked me this morning, but they said, is that about the baseball player from the poem? And I said, I do not believe so. But maybe it is. Something tells me it's not based on the lyrics that I heard. Which of you fine note trackers did this note track? Brian Pody. So you know everything about the song?
Yeah.
Full history
Yeah,
and everything?
it's about that baseball player that Dan doesn't think it's about. You know, the lyrics don't necessarily fit with that, but it's definitely about a baseball player.
You're lying.
I don't know.
Like a rug. Sam Schwartz has jumped in at the last minute on bass. Are you doing a cold read on Casey Jones bass, or did you do a review of this when it was being built?
I hope I did a review.
All right, we pointed out that the bass lines are very fun and active.
Phil Lesh is
Yeah,
no
they're
joke.
challenging.
That
Yeah,
guy is good, and he plays bass in a way that, like, at least for me, like, I'm not. I was telling, I think it was Shane today, because we were talking about he's going to play next. He's going to play rhythm guitar, and he plays with his second finger on the root a lot of times when he plays.
Yeah, so you can drop down to those.
Right, so he can get the third or like a leading tone, and I just don't play bass that way because I have tiny little girl hands. So like, right, yeah, me and Dan are like, you know,
small
9-year-old
hands
girls
friends.
are like, you have real small hands, you know, and then but it makes it so like I like to play like in this position if G is my root, but you know. Like he plays like this, so
That's really, that is unusual.
that's why it's weird. So like for me, like a lot of bass players do play the root with their first finger, you know, and it's easy.
No, that's the way that I'm used to it.
That's the way I do it too.
Now I wish I had gone back and played the previous song and tried it that way if I had actually.
But like Travis will do that. Travis will play like this.
But Travis is a mutant.
Yeah, I know, but
He's a large man.
he's a large.
he's a
yeah,
large mutant.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
a Nordic superhero. But like he was like doing this like, he's doing those kind of like
Sure.
pentatonic licks and stuff. Very cool.
All right, well, let's do it. Let's do Casey Jones by Grateful Dead. And if Pody has anything to add, after this rendition, the
What-
pinch
what would you
harmonic
want after
version
that?
of
Yeah.
Casey Jones.
I'm done. That's all I have.
oh,
I'm
okay.
playing bass, right? Okay, here we go.
Driving that train, high on cocaine. Casey Jones, you better watch your speed. Trouble ahead, trouble behind. And you know that notion just crossed my mind. This old engine makes it on time. Leaves Central Station about 8:45. It's Rebel Junction at 17:02 at 9:45. You know it's traveling again.
Come on, man.
That train, I'm cocaine. Casey
I would help you if I could. I can't.
Watch your speed. Trouble ahead.
Feeling your pain, Dan.
Trouble
Feeling.
behind. And you know that notion just crossed my mind. Trouble ahead, oh, lady in red. Take my advice, you'd be better off dead. Switchman sleeping train, 102 is on the wrong track and headed for you. Driving that train, I'm cocaine. Casey Jones, you better watch your speed. Trouble ahead, trouble behind. And you know that notion just crossed my mind. Ride your train. Woo! Trouble with you is the trouble.
Hey, Sam, it's not over yet.
Good eyes, but still don't
Swear to God, dude.
come round the bend. You know it's the end. The fireman screams and the engine just gleams. Driving that train, I'm cocaine. Casey Jones, better watch your speed. Trouble ahead, trouble behind. And you know that notion just crossed my mind. Driving that train, I'm cocaine. Casey Jones, better watch your speed. Trouble ahead, trouble behind. And you know that notion just crossed my mind. Driving that train, I'm cocaine. Casey Jones, you better watch your speed. Trouble ahead, trouble behind. And you know that notion just crossed my mind.
Hang on, man. You're almost there.
That train,
How do you know that?
I'm cocaine.
It's building.
Casey Jones, you better watch your speed. Trouble ahead, you know.
This is 13 minutes long. You know that, right?
No, I don't know that.
Just crossed my mind, and you know that notion just crossed my mind.
I did it.
You done dude it. It's funny because when this was being transcribed, I remember people going, yeah, this stuff is not easy. And that's all that I heard. And then everybody just got back to work.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's some.
Look at that. You still look at the 94%, man.
Almost 95.
Yeah.
Close.
You did quite well.
It's some expert hippie improv
Yes,
in a lot
it
of
is.
these songs.
I mean, yeah, it's so a lot of it's really, really good. Like, I think they're often dismissed in a way that they
Oh, it's
shouldn't
just
be.
a jam band.
It's just a jam band, and they're all hippie stoners, but it's like, dude, they're really, really
They're
good
incredible
songwriters.
musicians, yes.
They're really good. Like, and like you transcribe, you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
that was hard. Like, you know, it's a lot of
that came from somewhere.
That came from somewhere. Yeah, it's really tricky.
it's very much like in the moment kind of performances. You know, it's like
Oh, yeah,
they're,
yeah,
they're
yeah.
super comfortable with their instruments and they're super comfortable with the progression. Like
Yeah.
they know what they're,
They're
doing,
not sitting
so they're
down
just
and going, now this is what I'm going to do for the solo. And now,
No.
you know, there's none of
Yeah.
it is, it's all improv. It's of the moment. So it's again, getting 100% on this is going to be difficult if you want to replicate all those things. But at the same time, it's going to sound absolutely right to you when you play it your way. Dance around the same notes that they're dancing around. You can do it your way. Don't take something like, 85% on one of these songs to be a negative because you may have just played it your way and any audience would be like, wow, that was a great version of that song.
Yeah, the Dead wouldn't get 100% on it, and they wouldn't want to.
That's
Right.
right. Yeah, they'd be like, well, no, I already played that. I'm going to play something completely different. So don't forget to keep that in mind as you play some of this stuff because especially when you get into the really fiddly improv-y stuff. It's easy to beat yourself up for doing it wrong, but there's no wrong.
Yeah.
There's just no wrong.
Yeah, and it's hard, man. It's give yourself a break on this stuff. Like, learn it, and it's cool to just see, like, if people know their instrument and the song really well, what you can do and
This is
kind of
what
get
you can
away
do.
with.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really interesting to see like the multiple takes on one idea.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like, oh, they're playing this one progression, but they're doing it all these different ways.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I saw a lot of that. I was watching the bass just because Sam was having fun with it.
you were just like,
I was like, oh, yeah, no, I
it's
see.
like cue to laugh, orange notes.
All of a sudden, like, hey, I think I'll play it an octave or two up. And, oh, okay, now we'll just get back down in that pocket and swim around a little bit more. And it was, yeah. So this is the part of the show where we would normally take Q&A live, but since we have people already in the chat room and have been talking for the last 40 minutes or something with our fans and with our viewers and answering questions. There's not too many live questions that I can take because we're pre-recorded. I will say this, that a couple of weeks ago we put a brand new request app up at rocksmith.com. We know that you have suggestions, especially we've gotten a lot of requests for a lot of different Dead songs because everybody has a favorite. But regardless of what kind of music you're into, if you have song suggestions, we need to know who does it. So we need the artist name and we need the song name, and we need you to go to rocksmith.com/requests. This is a page that finally works with mobile devices. You can do it from a desktop PC. Basically, you can do it from anything that has a web browser, and it should react just fine. If you start typing in the name of the band, the program will actually suggest, oh, do you mean this? And that's to help. Not somebody had actually asked me, like, does that mean that somebody's already requested it? Not necessarily. We're using a different database that says this is the way that you should spell this band name because people get creative or people don't know how to spell their favorite band, or maybe there's alternate spellings. Maybe some albums, if there's the word "and" is in the band name, Guns N' Roses, Love and Rockets, something like that. Sometimes there's an ampersand for artistic reasons. Other times there's A-N-D. Our database then sees that as two things. So we want to get no, let's all just use this spelling. Right. So our request app will recommend that spelling for you. Please go with whatever it recommends. Please don't be one of those super fans like, excuse me, that's wrong. Look, whatever's in there, just go with it. Because that way we'll see your suggestion. Does the same thing for the songs as well. So if you're not exactly sure, or like sometimes songs have parentheticals around them. My favorite is Blue Oyster Cult. It's not Don't Fear the Reaper. It's Don't Fear, in parentheses, the Reaper. So technically the song is called The Reaper. But nobody ever calls it The Reaper. They call it Don't Fear the Reaper. The request app will help you navigate those kind of weird request minefields that might stop us from being able to get your heart's desire.
Right. And another thing that feel that happens sometimes is like you'll see a band come out, or like we'll put out Grateful Dead, right? And people will be like, "Oh man, like they
You
put out
didn't get-
you didn't get my song." But the reality is like we've done a lot of like second artist packs, like
Yeah.
we did Green Day 2, I think we did Foo Fighters 2. So like more bands, like we'll if this sells well,
Sure.
and people are like, we really love it, like buy it and request what you want, and
Yeah.
and the likelihood of it coming out is going to be higher if you do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you're disappointed in some way over, oh, you should have gotten this, you should have gotten that, we have detailed our process of requesting the licenses for songs pretty often, actually. bit.ly/RS process. I'm sure somebody will also put it in the chat room. That sort of explains once we get your request through our request tool, then what do we have to do? There are various flaming hoops that have to be jumped through, and there's a pretty complicated process that is often something that takes a lot of time. But if we're going to go through all that effort, we should definitely know which songs we should be going to all that effort for. So yeah, by all means, don't be upset. It's like, oh, you only did these 5 songs. We might get the opportunity to do more songs from Grateful Dead or from any other band that we've already done once. So yeah, by all means, let us know what's important to you, and we will do our best to get it. That's sort of the all-purpose PSA, but you can always ask us more questions over on Twitter, twitter.com/RocksmithGame, Facebook/Rocksmith, and then the studio, Ubisoft Studio SF, the place where we make Rocksmith, is also on Twitter and Facebook. Each of those is /Ubisoft Studio SF. Hey, Sam, will you stick around and do yet another song?
Okay.
That'd be wonderful.
I have a question.
Oh, yeah.
Can I go back to work?
No, you have to go back to run the board. Sorry. I know, it's really warm up here. One of the things that they're not adding with their renovation is exhaust fans. But no, sorry, Pody. You can go back to work soon, but you have to do some other work before you go back to work.
We're done.
No, we're not done. Actually, in case you missed it, what we need is the "in case you missed it" slide, because I've got a couple of bands here that we have a very large library now. We have 1,000 songs. And you should go ahead and know that we have plenty of more music. So if you're enjoying the Grateful Dead, here's a couple of things that are already in our library that you might like. Go for it, Shu. Well, you know, or unclick that one and go to the one that's right underneath it. No, you may also enjoy Collective Soul and Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, but that was from last week's show. By all means, go for those if you like them. Collective Soul, we have a 5-pack from them, and we have a 5-pack from Tom Petty as well. Plus, there's a Tom Petty song on the disc itself. I believe. I think it's "Good Enough" is the song that's there. But this is the slide I was thinking of more directly. In case you missed it, and you are a fan of either freeform rock or 60s more psychedelic and jam-oriented stuff from the late 60s, early 70s. The Doors, we have quite a bit of Doors. We have actually exactly what Sam was talking about. We have 2 Doors packs. So you'll find these 6 songs in 2 3-packs that came out years apart, because that's how long sometimes it takes for us to get those licenses. So if you're interested in the Doors, please know that all 6 of these songs are available. You can buy them individually. You can buy both packs if you are a big Doors fan and you want to have everything. That's super cool. Also, one artist that I don't think a lot of people are aware of that's in our library is the Allman Brothers Band. We have 3 songs, including Jessica, which is actually my personal favorite Allman Brothers song. Super great instrumental. You will probably recognize it. If you are a car fan, or if I should say a petrol head, it is the theme to Top Gun. I'm sorry, Top Gear, not Top Gun. It's the theme to Top Gear on the BBC, the car show. So, but you know, that's neither here nor there, and perhaps you just know it from classic rock radio, because Southbound and Whipping Post are also really great classic rock songs. So hopefully, maybe, you know, if you are hungry for more Grateful Dead and we don't have all the songs that you want while you're waiting for those requests to be reviewed, perhaps you'll dig the Doors and the Allman Brothers Band. Sam is still here.
Yeah.
Tried to get away, but no.
Pody looks like Shane now.
Yeah, Pody looks uncannily like Shane. Hi, Shane. Shane Gann, ladies and gentlemen, from Hail the Sun. How are you?
I'm Brian Pody.
You are not Brian Pody. Oh, yeah? Prove it. Play me a pinch harmonic. Oh my God, that was accurate. And I know you couldn't hear it, but trust me, it was right there.
Pinchy.
This is our last song of today's show. We're actually going to end more or less on time, which is rare for us. This is always supposed to be an hour show, and inevitably it goes to an hour 15. And I know most people don't mind that, but we have fans in Europe that are watching, and it's super late for them right now. So, I actually feel fine when we only do an hour show. Friend of the Devil is our last of the songs that we're going to be playing. Again, this is a 5-pack, and we also have Truckin', but we're not playing Truckin' this week because we only do 4 songs when we do a stream. And again, it's ridiculously warm up here, and I'd really like to stop
I wish
streaming
we had
now.
some fans in here.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, we have fans out there. That's close enough.
Nah.
Hey! Sam, Shane, you're both note trackers. Who did this track?
I did this one.
Oh, you did? Okay. You are opting to play rhythm guitar or lead guitar? You're going to do lead, Shane. You're
I'll
picking
be
up on
the rhythm, because I think everybody else played bass today, right?
Everybody else did, and on behalf of rhythm guitarists, thank you for representing. I didn't realize
Plus
that
the rhythm part's cool.
It didn't even occur to me that I could have played rhythm on Uncle John's band and probably had a much easier time of it.
Maybe not.
It made for good. Well, that's true.
This rhythm chart is tough.
It made for good theater regardless. But yeah, what are we looking forward to on the rhythm chart then? Because a lot of times people figure I'll just do the rhythm because I know chords. Does knowing chords help you with this rhythm?
This one, maybe. It does. You're sitting on comfortable shapes, but your right hand is doing a lot of dancing around.
Okay.
Hitting like one string, then the top few string.
Okay.
Which you're still your left hand's just sitting there, but your right hand is doing
So it's all
more.
about the execution.
Yes.
Sam?
I will be the executioner.
Yeah.
All right, he'll be the executioner. Anything that you want to add? You're doing the lead,
Yeah,
similarly fiddly and improv-y like we've been talking about?
Yeah, I might talk 2 seconds about like some of the bluegrass things, just like 2 or 3 things that I thought about after we play through it, because you'll hear a lot of the licks and you'll see what I'm talking about. But basically the way that this works is he plays around open chord shapes, which is like a really bluegrassy thing to do. And I'll show you a couple of those licks so you can take them home and practice them and work them up.
Okay,
So.
cool. So let's do Friend of the Devil by Grateful Dead, one of the 5 songs in this week's Grateful Dead song pack. Every week we put out fresh DLC for Rocksmith, so if you're unaware, hey, now you know. Also, after the song, we will do the second of our Ernie Ball prize pack giveaways.
What's new?
Okay. Shane is playing rhythm guitar on the top of your screen. Sam is playing lead guitar on the bottom of your screen.
I lit up and I was trailed by trains. Didn't get to sleep that night till the morning came around. Said I'd run, but I took my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Ran into the devil, baby, and only 20 bills. Spent the night in Utah and I gave up in the hills. Said I'd run, but I take my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. I ran down to the levee, but the devil caught me there. Took my $20 bill and I vanished in the air. Said I'd run, but I take my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Got 2 reasons why I cry away each lonely night. The first one's named Amber, and she's my heart's delight. Second one is prison baby, the sheriff's on my trail. And if he catches up with me, I'll spend my life in jail.
Stuck with me, I'll spend my life in jail. Got a white Chino baby, the one Cherokee. First one says she got my child, but don't look like me. Said I'd run, but I took my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I'd get home before daylight. You just might get some sleep tonight.
That
Again,
does not stop.
relentless. Like just all of the notes in order, but you know, like organized, but freaking hard.
Yes.
Yeah, so bluegrass, you say. I am not surprised because all I heard in my left channel was some serious mandolin.
Yeah, so the mandolin's playing a lot of it, and then the right channel for the most part is the guitar.
Right.
Like sometimes it switches. I think like during the bridge it switches just a
Okay.
little bit. Like it switches to either center or left, but most of the time it's in the right channel, which is and the other rhythm guitar is like I think it's pretty much in both channels. Although I can't remember. It's been so long since I've transcribed it, but man, that is so tough.
Yeah. I'm glad I saved the worst for last for you
Yeah,
guys. We're
yeah.
all exhausted and it's super warm in the room. And so let's play the really difficult one.
That one is just it's just hard. Like all these Grateful Dead charts are hard though. Like
Right.
everybody had to like pull it together for this one. So, like, it was just way difficult. But the things I wanted to show, if you don't mind giving me some volume here, Mr. Putty, is so right here, right we have a G chord. So one of like just a couple of bluegrass licks that you can do. So if you look at like a G chord like this, like your normal sort of like, you know, two.
Do you want the close-up cam?
Yeah, maybe that's
Okay,
that's
sure.
a good idea. There we go. Shane can follow along here.
Teach me, Sam.
Yeah.
Teach us
I
all,
want to teach
Sam.
everybody some stuff. So we're give Putty a second to get there. Here we go. Oh, thank
Yeah,
you. Oh, that's my
lagging.
knee. All right, cool. Hey,
There's
how's it
Sam.
going?
There's
So
Sam's
check
hand.
this out.
That's
So
what I
right
was going
here-
for.
So right here we have a G chord, right? And one of the things that you can do if you're in a lot of times when you're learning guitar, you'll play a G scale like this. Right? That's the
Right.
way you're going to play it if you're learning guitar, but
fretting everything?
Right, it's fretting everything, but because that's movable, but in bluegrass you're going to right? So you're going to every
So the
open
A
strings
was
that
open.
the A, the D, and the G are all going to be open strings. And a lot of times there's a chromatic approach tone between the second and the third. So you'll right when you're doing bluegrass lines. So we're gonna do this. So like here's a G chord,
Sure.
and you'll do da da da. Right, nice little bluegrass lick in G. So yeah, so you do.
Shane almost got it.
Nailed it.
Open blue, blue 2, and then blue open, and then open orange string.
Yeah, there it is.
Right, there you go. So that's a really easy one. So work that up. That's one. And then we'll do a C real quick too. Same thing. But you have to fret that C note because of the way that the strings were. Right, same thing. So you do yellow 3, chromatic walk up, right, and then on your G string, and then on your green string you have that last note here, right, and then a D, one in D that works really well. This is the one they use in this song a lot. So you'll be in your second position, like anchor on your second fret, right? And then you'll do 0, 3, 4 on your blue string here, and then you'll hit the 2, the orange 2, right? And then that's the first part, and then the second part is blue 3, blue 2, and then blue 0. So all together you get.
It's bluesy and grassy.
Right, so that's a little bluegrass thing you can get to do with 145. So one more time. Right?
Nice.
So that's it's just a nice little thing to be able to navigate your way around those open chords if you know them already.
Sure.
Then you can start to think, oh, maybe I can do like little licks inside these chords while
Right.
holding the shapes for the most part, and that's how a lot of bluegrass players play, and that's what's going on in this song.
Yeah, because the Dead is
you're trying
nothing
to
if not Americana,
It's like
influenced, a
rhythm
lot
and
of
lead
roots.
blend.
Right.
Yeah.
Think of like a lot of it's very Doc Watson.
Right.
Very Doc Watson flat picking like style. A lot of the licks are very much in that range. So.
Well, speaking of flat picking, that's something I wanted to ask about the part that you played, Shane. Is this done with a flat pick, or is this done with more of a thumb pick because it was so much bass note, upper notes, bass note, upper notes?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure it's done with just a flat pick.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, because like I mean, it's not you don't hear the note definition coming out. So like if you were, you're not hearing that. You're not hearing the Travis picking. You're just hearing,
Yeah.
Okay.
which is very, and that's how you can tell.
Straightforward.
It's done either with a because then. So that's that's the
Because
difference.
it's just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. Thank you. Yeah. So
You're
this
welcome.
is going to be a hard one, but again, use riff repeater, slow it down, give yourself less complexity, and build up to it. Use riff repeater to actually say, I want to complete this correctly 3 times before you move me up in difficulty. You can do all that stuff in riff repeater. It's here to help you get through these more difficult sections or these more specific sections that are giving you making your fingers all tied up in knots.
Indeed.
It's okay. It's what it's here. Thank you for the extra lesson, though, because
sure.
that's super cool.
Yeah.
Hey, we have the giveaway. Let's do that last giveaway for the Ernie Ball prize pack. Everything you see here going home with somebody if you win.
Not us.
Not us. No. UB Vertigo has explicit instructions to only give it to somebody who's in our chat room right now. You do have to be following us. That's the only thing we ask. We're not one of those channels like, hey, like, subscribe, love, share, whatever. Look, we just say follow our channel, subscribe to our channel, and then that makes you eligible to win this stuff and anything that we give away on the stream at any time. And sometimes we have really nice prizes, I'm telling you. And these are really nice prizes, too. Brand new bass strings, brand new guitar strings, brand new little sampler pack of Wonder Wipes, which is polish and guitar string cleaner and fretboard moisturizer and stuff. Very good. Plus some brand new picks, a dozen picks from Ernie Ball. At the moment, they are camo. They send us different designs all the time.
Camo
We don't choose.
How do you
We
find
don't
them
choose.
when you
I
drop
don't
them?
know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't. Well, I
feel
try
like
not
you lose them all the
try
time.
not to play outside mostly. Yeah. You will also get 3 of our picks. We're only showing you 2, but yeah, the picks they're the Rocksmith 1000 milestone picks. We have 1,000 of these picks to give away, and when they're gone, they're gone. And a bunch of them are already gone. I can tell you that. But also, you'll get a peg winder, which makes changing those strings easier. And right now, a silver Polypro nylon strap from Ernie Ball. So that'll probably go with whatever your guitar finish is. Silver, I find, looks really nice on black guitars. I know black is a very popular guitar color. I have, of all the guitars and basses that I have one instrument that's black.
Don't you have a silver guitar too?
Or
did you, so that was the glitch, right?
I did. No, the silver one is Emmy's. Emmy's.
Oh,
got,
that's Emmy's
yeah,
guitar.
Emmy's
That
got
one that's
silver.
like sparkly.
But I did
Okay.
have a silver Metal Flake Dan Electro DC3 for a little while.
Okay.
And
black guitar.
I have one black guitar because I like candy colors.
Yeah.
So all of my guitar, I have bright orange. I have Metal Flake. I have several Metal Flake blue. I have some green ones. I have a bright yellow. But I just felt like black guitars was a cliche. Everybody else wanted them. But I was like, I don't want them. And then there was a bass that I really wanted that was really useful. And it came in 2 finishes, black or sunburst. And that's how much I dislike traditional sunburst finishes, is I was like, I'd rather have black.
Yeah.
I'm with you there.
So,
there you go.
But regardless, you do what works for you, and good luck in that giveaway. We'll, if you have any questions about it, ask now, because UB Vertigo is probably getting close to the end of that giveaway, as we are at the end of our stream. If you want to find out what's coming out next week, well, certainly you can join us here on our stream Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. GMT/UTC. We will be here next week for the stream, and hopefully, maybe, in our brand new studio, which is super cool.
Oh my!
Yeah, we'll see. I have a schedule, and I worked around that schedule. I'm just hoping that schedule is real, and I think it will be.
Nice rhythm.
Yes, thank you. But now, Shane totally derailed me. If you would like to know what's coming out next week, yeah, I can't take compliments very well. Next week we will have more DLC. Every Tuesday we will release fresh DLC, but every Friday before that Tuesday we give you a little hint in our forums, and that hint could and usually does take the form of a surprise little puzzle. Some sort of clue, something cryptic that you and your fellow Rocksmith forum followers will have to work together to figure out what it means, and then you will inevitably reveal some really awesome thing, like the name of the band, or maybe the name of the band and a song that will be coming to DLC shortly. So all of that can be yours if you check out the Rocksmith.com forums. Again, look for us on Twitter and Facebook. We're /Rocksmith on Facebook, /RocksmithGame on Twitter. And we hope to see you next week. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy learning the Grateful Dead. And we'll leave you with a look at the trailer for the Grateful Dead 5-pack, available now on all platforms if everything has gone right. And hopefully next week we will be here, not just live on tape, but actually live with more fun music and giveaways for you. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Bye, everybody.
Ran into the devil, baby, loaned me 20 bills. Spent the night in Utah in a cave up in the hills. Set out running, but I take my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. I ran down to the levee, but the devil caught me there. Took my $20 bill and it vanished in the air. Set out running, but take my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. Got 2 reasons why I cry awake each lonely night. The first one's named Sweet Anne-Marie, and she's my heart's delight.
Well, she comes skimming through rays of fire. She can wait in a drop of dew. She don't come and I don't follow. Waits backstage while I sing to you. Well, she can dance a Cajun rhythm, jump like a willies in 4-wheel drive. She's the summer love in the spring, fall, and winter. She can make happy any man alive. Sugar Magnolia, ringing that bluebird, caught up in sunlight, going out singing, all walking in the sunshine. Come on, honey, come along with me.
She's got everything delightful. She's got everything I need. A breeze in the pines in the summer night, moonlight, crazy in the sunlight. Plug in up the buffalo, been thinking you got to land on slow. It takes time to pick a place to go and just keep trucking on.
Sitting and staring out of the hotel window. Got a tip, they're gonna kick the door in again. I'd like to get some sleep before I travel, but if you got a warrant, I guess you're gonna come in.
Busted down on Bourbon Street, set up like a bowling pin. Knocked down, it gets to wearing thin, it just won't let you be. Will you come with me? Won't you come with me? Oh, oh, what I want to know. Will you come with me? Goddamn, will I declare? Have you seen the light? Their walls are built of cannonballs. Their motto is don't tread on me. Come here, Uncle John's bell.
go alone. He's come to take